Hi everyone, and welcome back to Life Cues, all you artists out there, week 15. And on this week I'm going to work on that card that has my cousin Norma's name and send her some good well intentions. Dear Norma, I'm going to remove this tag from this side so it doesn't get all grunged up. And I'm just using, I can't remember this paper line. I'm trying to use up my stuff, so what I did is I just put the paper here. It doesn't quite fit the card, as you can see at the top and at the bottom. I'm going to zoom out because I'm finding that I'm zooming in too much. There. And so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and glue this down right on this page. I just took a ruler and tore it. Like I put it underneath like this, put the ruler there, tore the paper, so it gave me kind of a rough edge, which is what I was looking for. Just going to use my ATG gun and just tape this down. And today's question is, how do you heal? And I'm talking about either physical, like you might be suffering with something physically, or emotionally, or even devastatingly. What do you do to heal? What are some of the tools or things that you use? Oops, I want the frayed edge on the outside for healing. So that's what my page is about. And for me, I find when I was contemplating this, I was thinking, what do I use for healing? And all the things that I use for healing mostly involve water. I'll take a hot bath if I'm, whether emotionally or physically not well. I'll take a hot bath or a hot shower. I'll make a cup of tea. I will cry. I'll talk to a friend. It'll bring out the emotions, because I have come to learn that tears are a very, very good thing. They really, really are. Especially if you're, I don't know, if your heart's been opened, then they just seem to flow out, you know. So all of those things seem to involve water. And so while I was contemplating this, like also I'm adding music because music is a huge healer for me. It helps me emote. And I know from experience, better out than in, I tell you. It's better to get those. If you have emotions inside of you and you're keeping them inside of you, they're going to make you sick. So you need to, whether they're happy or sad, you need to emote. That's why we have emotions. And like things like a shower or a long soaking bath is very, very cleansing. Crying is very, very cleansing. There's enzymes in your tears that cleanse you. It's very cleansing. Having a cup of tea, it just feels refreshing and cleansing. So all of those things are about water. And I'm no word of a lie. I was just listening to this CD, non-related to this. I will show you the CD. I got it in Vegas, and I met the guy. We went to the gospel brunch at the House of Blues in Mandalay Bay, and Kirk Franklin and his gospel choir were performing for Easter Sunday. It was the most moving thing I've ever been to. I have never cried as much as I was so moved by the music. It was so beautiful. And so I met this guy. And the song I happened to be listening to on here, I don't know if you can see it, is called Healing Rain, right there. While I was thinking about what to write, this song, Healing Rain, started playing. I'm like, cosmic or what? So that's what I want to call all of these water things. That's what I'm calling my page, Healing Rain. When I need to heal from something, it's definitely healing, cleansing rain that happens to me. That's what I need. So that's what I want to call my page. And I just would like to hear how others heal. Like, what do you do? Do you need quiet? I need friends. I need support. I need, I need music. I need water. I need healing rain. And you can maybe be able to tell from my voice that I've been crying. I have been. And it's not bad tears. It's happy tears, but it's still tears nonetheless. So, yeah. So that's what my page is going to be all about. Healing Rain. So what I'm going to do, I've got, this came from the same paper pack. I wish I could think of the name for you guys. And I saw these two little girls on here. And this is going to be me and my sister Mickey. And, you know, having good talks and good, oh my God, we laughed so hard in Vegas that I thought I was going to asphyxiate. I couldn't stop laughing, couldn't stop laughing. It was just ridiculous how much we laughed. I have to dry this page. I'll be right back. There, the page is all dry, so I'm just going to glue my little girls down, maybe in here in the corner here, talking to each other, supporting each other, just being sisters or sister friends, whichever it works out for me. It is sisters. Oh, I have a Xyron. I forgot I had this little Xyron thing. I got this from Lemur Weber. She was clearing, she just said, anybody wants stuff? I'm clearing out my stuff, and she had this little Xyron, and I never use it, so it's perfect for this. Let's put these two little guys in there and pull them through and tear it up. Awesome. And what inspired this thought in my mind, when I was in Las Vegas, I always go to Alex and Annie there that have the most amazing inspirational arm decor. I can see my arm here. I don't know if you can see them all. And I got the Healing Waters bracelet, this one here, and it's all about healing. And I just thought, you know, it's a good reminder for me, especially with lupus or any kind of chronic ailment, to always look down on it and think about it and think, you're going to be fine, you're going to be okay. And this is the Healing Water one. So these are Alex and Annie, all of these ones in the middle right here. And I love them, and I love how they dangle. I love them. I always love a party on my arm. I told you guys that last week. So anyway, I'm just going to take my two little gals and put them, now they are instant stickers. I'm going to stick them on the page right there. And right beside her, her sister. Try and get them pretty close together. Because that, for me, is very, very, very healing. And I think when you go through a healing process, you also, it's sort of a metamorphosis of sorts. And so I found this very, very pretty butterfly. I want to add to my page as well. Under here someplace. There it is. Look how pretty that blue butterfly is. Isn't that gorgeous? So I want her on the page. I might take the, it's got a clip on the back. I think I'm just going to take that clip right off. Yeah. And just glue the butterfly right onto the page. Yeah, pull that off. There. And then I'm just going to glue my butterfly here. Before I do that, though, I've got some rub-ons. And they're old as can be, and I hope they still work, because I wanted to spell out Healing Rain. And I just think that, I just can't believe the synchronicity of that I'm sitting here thinking about it. I was listening to one of the songs that he was singing at the concert, and I was crying, because it made me cry there, because it's so moving. It's called I Will Worship You, and oh, so beautiful song. So I'm listening to that. And then the next song that came on is Healing Rain. Are you kidding me? Like, wow. As I'm trying to think of what I wanted to, how could I encompass all of the, I was going to say healing waters, but Healing Rain. It's just, yeah, like, because when it rains, it clears the, it cleans, like, especially now in the spring, you know, that first rain after snow's been on the ground and you can almost smell the dust. That's the kind of wonderful healing that's just so beautiful, you know? So, yeah, when I heard that song, I was like, that's what I want to say. Healing Rain. These are going on really, really well. And it's just great because you can use up all your, I keep saying this, I get to use up all my old stash. So, perfection. Healing. And of course I'm using blue because water is usually blue. I sprayed it, I don't know if I said that or not, I sprayed it with Delusions, a really pretty blue spray, and I can't remember the name of it. Where did I put the bottle? Maybe I shoved it back already. No, I did not. Where did I put it? But when I find it, I will, here it is. It's called London Blue. And it's just it's almost like a light denim-y blue, not the usual turquoisey blue that I always seem to use. So I'm just going to put down the word rain. Healing Rain. I think I'll put it right here. I'm just using a bone folder to put these. These letters actually are still really good. Glad I hung on to them. So yeah, my sister and I, honestly, I am not, no word of lie, have never laughed that hard in my entire life. We giggled and giggled like two little kids, two little girls, about everything, everything. In the airport, we were laughing on the way home, so much so that this woman came up to us and thanked us for our laughter because she said it made her day, and that she was kind of a spiritual woman, and she's just basically saying that how laughter is so cathartic and so good for you, and she just thanked us for making her smile, and it broke up her trip just by listening to, you know what I mean? Like, you know how laughing is so contagious? Yeah, we couldn't stop. We like had no respect for anybody else. We were just guffawing the entire time. So now I'm going to add, oh, actually, I'm going to use these Neocolor crayons. These are kind of neat. I haven't used them that much. They're pretty new. But I'll use the blue, and I'm going to outline around my little chickie. They're like those watercolor pencils. Oh, you know, the ones. I don't have mine handy. But anyway, for outlining, and it makes everything look kind of more smudged and everything. So going to use this page to get the water going. There, you see, and it just kind of blends so nice, like a blending. I think they're called Inktense. That's right. That's what I'm thinking of. Just to give it a little bit of a border so it looks like our girls were standing together. And they're just talking and helping the other heal from whatever, you know. We all have our stuff, don't we? I think I will put a line down here. I wasn't going to. There. Healing Rain. And then I'm going to add my butterfly to the page, just over here getting some glue, if you can't hear me. There. Big blob of glue. Put my butterfly right there. And I gotta put this back on because when I took the clip off, the little center part came off. So I will glue the little wormy part back on. And I just think it's so fitting with this being spring coming up. There's lots of caterpillars morphing into beautiful, beautiful butterflies. You know, because I think, like I said, if you're going through any kind of a change or anything, it'll all work out in the end. It's always going to be okay, you know? And I had this really pretty flower. Where can I add my fleur? Do I even need a flower? I don't think I need that. No. I'm going to take this pencil all the way around the page, this crayon, just to frame it up a bit. Right down there. And then take the aqua pencil. You can get these pens at any art supply store. Actually, I think even if you do Stampin' Up stuff, Stampin' Up sells them too. They're just called watercolor brushes, and you put water in the bottom or in the base of it. And it's great for blending. And then you can use watercolor crayons of your choice, any kind that you want. So there. I'm going to write the question on here. How do you heal, I guess, would be the question. Or no, I'm going to write the answers because I'll know the question from seeing Healing Rain on there. I'm going to know what it is. I'm going to put water, bath, tea, all the things that help me. So I've got everything. I put bath, water, tea, tears. I put 2 hearts for the girls there. I want to kind of protect my little girls. I'm just going to try and find a post-it note, which I have a bazillion, but you never have one when you need it. You know how that is. There, here's some. I want to protect her for a second. There. Just like that. I'll put it on top. Then I'm going to take this Pigment Eyes ink, and this color is called Volubilis or Volubilis. I don't know. And I'm going to make it rain, people. I wish I was making it rain with money. You know how they make it rain? All the wrappers. Like, make it rain. But I'm not going to do them. I'm going to put that under the book. Whoops, zoom out. So I'm going to put some of this paint at the top, and then I'm going to stand it up so we get a little bit of drippage going on from the top. And hopefully it'll run behind the butterfly, not... But if it runs on top, oh well, who cares, right? So let's just see what happens. Trying to make it drip. It's not enough. Maybe I need to spritz it with some water. So I'm just going to spray the page with some water a little bit. Oh yeah, that's perfect. And it's exactly the right, not consistency, but it's not so dark that I can't see what it says. Oh, I love that. I'll show you in just a second because you can't really see from that angle. Perfect. Can you see that now? Doesn't that look cool? Making sure it's in the... Here, I'll zoom in now. So you can see how the water is running down the page, but it didn't really affect our girlies, you see? A little, but not too much. So here is my finished page, and I'll zoom in close so you can see how the water drippage happened. I love it because it's very subtle. So adding the water to the paint really made it subtle, and that paint has a bit of a shimmer. You can probably see it right up there. So it says Healing Rain. So how do I heal? With Healing Rain. I use water, tears, a bath, tea, and of course, the love of a good friend or a sister, if you're blessed to have a sister. And I'm blessed to have 2 of them. And I color in these little hearts in pink. There, that's more complete for me. So how do you heal? What helps you heal? Some people it's quiet, some people need to talk, some people, you know, everybody's different. So there's my page, everyone, and I dated it on the side, April 11th, 2015. So this is our entry for week 15. Amazing. We're just chugging along in our book, aren't we? So thanks so much for watching, everyone, and we will see you all next week. This one was really quick, but it was easy to do. Like in my head, I didn't have to think hard on this one. This was like, yeah, very, very quick. But the message was still nonetheless important. So how do you heal? So we'll see you guys all next week, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.